Fans just out to enjoy a night of country music become the target of a gunman on a shooting rampage in Las Vegas. By the time the gunfire ended, more than 50 people were killed and hundreds more injured. My next guest wasn't there this weekend, but he's played the Route 9 festival before. Kevin Post is a musician who plays steel guitar for Blake Shelton, a friend of mine, and I'm glad that you could be here today. You didn't play this year. You've played that one in the past. You play a lot of different venues, and you sent me a note and you said that you actually always think about an exit plan when you're on stage.
Yes. The security at these venues is always very good, and I'm always impressed with that. But I always do have an exit strategy, and several, actually. I always have several.
Have you ever had a problem?
No, I never have. Like I say, these venues, concert venues, festivals, we do mostly festivals with Blake and arenas, and the security is very good. And as a matter of fact, this horrible tragedy, I think, was exploiting more of a hotel security than a concert security issue. So,
that's interesting.
No, I have never in 22 years of touring had an issue with security.
Is that one of the things that you worry about, is that after an incident like this that people might feel like they shouldn't go to the country music concert and stay home instead?
That's the goal of the terrorist, you know, and I call this a terrorist act, and people were terrorized, obviously, so I call it a terrorist act, and that's the goal, is to make people, you know, not have a free and open society like we have in America.
So your friend, Eric Schumann, was going to join us today. He is a firefighter in Las Vegas. He was off duty, and he was just a fan attending that night, and he found himself actually having to be a first responder and acting heroically, and in fact, so heroically that he was chosen to meet with President Trump today. So that's great for him, and hopefully we'll have him here tomorrow to help tell more of his story. But I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, you guys travel all over the country. You have fans from all different walks of life. And from what I can tell, I'm a country music fan, like, everybody gets pretty close to each other.
Oh, absolutely. And people will continue to go to country music concerts and events, and I think that's how Americans win, is we keep living our lives. What
is the mood like in Nashville today?
I think this whole concert industry is definitely looking at ways to keep our fans safe. People buy tickets, and part of, you know, the ticket, the money from the ticket is for security, and I think we'll be looking into new ways to keep people safe. But, you know, in general, you have to go through a metal detector. You know, I met you a year ago at Barclays Center, and everybody had to go through a metal detector and take their wallet out, their cell phone out, and it's just standard operating procedure, or their bottle of whiskey or whatever. Things get confiscated.
I didn't have that.
You didn't have that, of course not. No.
All right. Well, Kevin Post, everybody can follow him on Twitter, check him out on YouTube, all sorts of places. He plays steel guitar for Blake Shelton. And thank you for being here today. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Dana.